These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the goat sleeves now. You don't slip, you don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time, and these are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end. Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around your shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. Training, recovery.
Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday, the 30th of December. We've got one more day to go and then 2025 is out of here. 2026 is on its way in. A big thank you for joining us. As ever guys, we're going to be here for roughly 45 minutes to an hour, more likely an hour. Any questions you've got, drop it into the chat. Remember, you need to subscribe to YouTube. So whether you're watching this live or you're watching it on a recording, if you want to ask any questions and you want to get answers about how to make it as a pro, maybe you just want to get a bit better at football or soccer, or maybe you're an aspiring coach and you're volunteering and helping out with your son's or daughter's team. We're here for players, but we're also here more so for those volunteer or community questions. So big hello to Jake. I see you guys are in. Norm and Khaleesi, good to see you guys. Christian, I hope you're well. So big thank you for joining us. Now, I'm going to go through a couple of things as ever on school. So I'm going to literally drop into our magic of screen control. So hopefully we can do this and we take us into here. I just want to have a double check just to make sure that what I'm seeing is what you are seeing. We had a few connection issues today when I was testing for the big live, but I think you guys are seeing everything that I'm seeing. So fingers crossed that's all going in. So perfect. So a couple of things. As ever, we've got our checklist, how to use school properly. Community safety rules, because remember we've got players who are under 18 on here, and then also a little bit of not sure where to start. It's great that we're getting lots of information this week. So we had an amazing video testimonials from Khaleesi on the boot bag and also on the stool. If you want to find out more information on how you can actually get some of the GOAT's elite gear, so if you've not seen our partners, we will show you our GOAT's Elite page, which has got our full shop of everything on here. We've got the GOAT's boot bag, the stool, we've got the combination deal, the socks, the shin guards, we've got the book, the breathing strips and the slides. And we're pleased to announce we've got our next two products coming on January, which is super exciting. So we're going to have some football retro jerseys, but GOAT style, and also training jerseys. So when you're out training on your own, you can wear your GOAT shirt and shorts, and then they go in with your GOAT socks as well, which is super exciting. So we just jump back into our school platform. Also, it's really good to see, we've got some exciting news that a player that we've been working with for probably about 14 or 15 months now, Adam Aquilana. Adam is from Malta, okay, over in Europe. He's been playing for Melita FC, which is one of the biggest clubs in Malta. Adam is also a international player for Malta for the youth team, and he's been offered an opportunity after speaking with Tranmere to go in and effectively train in with them for 5 to 6 months on a development placement. And the beauty of this is, if Adam impresses, then the sky is the limit. He could get picked up by not only potentially by the likes of a Tranmere, or even maybe someone bigger than Tranmere whilst he's there. The beauty about this is Tranmere Rovers are an amazing club. They play in League 2 in England, so they are a professional club. The opportunity that Adam's got, he's going to be on that training pitch every day, side by side with the first team, around the first team coaches, the first team coach. He's really put himself in the window of opportunity. Now, we often get asked this, when's my moment going to come? I would like to get trials. Guys, remember, you've got your opportunity to DM me if you're interested to become the next Adam, and you want to have an opportunity to get to Tranmere or a pro club, and you think you've got what it takes, then guys, you need to do what Adam's done, and you need to live and breathe on this platform. You need to log your match analysis. You need to log all your data. If you want to get more info, all you need to do is DM me in here by hitting this DM button. And you can literally just pull up me on here and you'll find me, and then you can send me a DM. And again, if you want more information on things like how to get your match analysis done, you can unlock your match analysis here. You can purchase that here once it's purchased. It's also on sale at the moment. It's normally $19.97 USD, but it's down to $5.97 at the moment for the Christmas, Boxing Day and New Year sales. Also, if you want to get your GPS as well, you can purchase your GPS here so you can start tracking your training sessions and your game day sessions properly. And also, if you want to go for the full all-in package, you can get your DNA testing done here for $2.97. Once you've got these free game-changing parts of your game, it's going to enable you to unlock and open everything, which is going to really help you kick on. Also, you can accelerate your development to another level. And I would recommend you can get a one-on-one meeting with me where you're online personally for an hour. Not only can you ask me any questions you want to ask, but also I will really delve into your program and I will pick you apart with everything you're doing and you're not doing. Also, if you want to be one of these guys that really wants to accelerate your development, you can lock in 10 meetings with me online. Now, if you are based in and around Brisbane for the next 10 weeks, then you can meet with me face to face potentially. If you're going to be in Southern California from about March onwards, that's going to be my new home and my new base, then you can come and meet with me one-on-one. But we will do the majority of them online. I prefer actually doing them online only because between the two screens, when we do a screen control, I can really share everything with you. So I'm looking at a screen, you're looking at a screen, and we're working through it between the two of us. Mums and dads, family members are welcome. Also, you can be a little bit sneaky with this. You can, if you're a mum or dad and you've got siblings, people always ask, can we get discount because we've got multiple children? If you book this 10 meetings with me, you can spread this amongst all of your family, all of your players, your sons and daughters. So what we could do is when we do our 1 hour session, we could spend 30 minutes on your son, 30 minutes on your daughter. You can split up the time as and how you see fit. Also, what we've got at the moment is anyone who purchases the 10 sessions between now and the 1st of January, we're giving you 2 bonus sessions. You'd actually get 12 one-on-one sessions with me. So if you're serious about accelerating your game and you want to get with me one-on-one from a coaching point of view, as a UEFA coach or as an agent, as a player agent, I will literally get you on the fast track to getting your trials and to getting you unleashed. So whether you want to go to the US, to the college system, you want to go into the UK or Europe to go with pro clubs or academies, we can make all of that happen on here for you. Also, as you know, we've got our testimonials, and our latest testimonial is Adam, okay? One of our first big testimonials, and we're going to have hopefully Charlotte with us in the next week or two. We've got Charlotte, I believe, on here. We're going to be speaking to Charlotte. Now, this is Charlotte when she was in Brisbane with us, and she just joined the Pro Player Pathway, and we brought them onto the podcast. And 18 months later, her dream was to play for Liverpool. We got her a dream. She's now living in the UK. She's playing for Liverpool Football Club, and she's now already being looked at. She's eligible to play for the Matildas in Australia, but also for England through both of her parents. And we know she's got England and the Matildas currently looking at her at the moment. So great opportunity. If you want to hear from Charlotte and her dad in the next couple of weeks, we're hopefully going to be bringing them on for one of the live weekly calls, all the way live from Liverpool Football Club, which is going to be exciting. And then also we're super excited to bring on one of our players who we got to Everton for this interview. And Liam was originally in Perth in WA, and he's now living in Liverpool, living the dream, playing at a pro academy. And yeah, we're going to be getting Liam on as well in the next couple of weeks. So super exciting to go through all of that. Also, just one other fair thing as well. I just want to touch on... Let me see where it is now. Let me find it. So GPS tracker. Big congratulations to Khaleesi, Jake Watson, Roddy, Daniel, Shooty, Lexi, Cooper, George and Matthew. They all logged their GPS results in the last week, which is so pleasing to see that these players are absolutely nailing it and getting consistent with the football. So well done to you guys. Also, match analysis and logging objectives. Matthew Wooden, Khaleesi and Jake Watson, Roddy, a big congratulations. You've been logging all of your objectives and your data. Now, if any of you want to go through this in real detail, and I've already got Matthew with us, so big congratulations to Matthew. Matthew did sign up for the 10 one-on-one sessions with me, and he's doing personal calls as we speak. So at the moment, Matthew purchased the 10, but he's got 12. So he's already one session in. We've got 11 to go. If you want to accelerate your development, just to let you know, thanks to Matthew jumping on this, and he's accelerating his learning. Matthew is off to the UK in September to go and sign with the full Pro Academy. And Matthew's going to be over in the UK as well, which is going to be fantastic. So it shows again, guys, just by clicking this button and signing up for one-on-one meetings with me, you can literally have all of these meetings in the space of 10 days. I would recommend you do 1 a week or 2 a week, and that would enable you to have 10 weeks worth of sessions. And if you get the bonus too, it equates to 12 weeks of sessions with me. We can really accelerate your learning as we go along. So well done on that one. And then just the final one that we want to have a little talk about. So we covered the GPS, we covered the match objectives. One other thing was that we wanted to talk about was a little bit about juggling. So Matthew put in some of his juggling results on here. Remember, your juggling is all on your football blueprint. So if you go all the way up, go classroom. And if you go football blueprint, within the football blueprint, you will discover the juggling challenge within there. So that's a little bit about notifications for today's call. So we are about 15-20 minutes in already. I am going to jump back just to the live screen just to here. So what we are going to do is in a moment, we are going to be back with you in about 2 minutes time. So if you want to run the bathroom, go and get a quick drink, cup of tea, and we'll be back with you in a second. And then we will get started with our first topic for today. So I'll see you back in 2 minutes.
Don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. They stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time, and these are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around the shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. These guards are so...
Hi everyone, we're back. So we posted a question on school on, I think it was 2 days ago, so it would have been on Sunday. I'm just going to go into a little bit of magic screen control, so hopefully you guys are seeing everything I'm seeing. So if we go into the soccer pathway and if we look at the posts, and I think it was Tuesday, we posted Tuesday's weekly call. Now, I asked you to give me topics to cover, and you have all fed in some great topics, and I'll be honest with you, I actually want to cover most of them today, but I'm not going to be able to get through them all, so I'm going to actually park some of these for Thursday. But the one that really I want to cover first, and I'm going to cover it quite quickly, it won't take too long to cover, is actually from Khaleesi. So I'll make this one a little bit bigger. So I just want to cover, Khaleesi said that she scored 73 goals this year, and this is at all levels and set up even more for the team. And this is a really important one why I want to cover it, because it's a real sort of warning area that I want everyone to be careful of. So I want to maximise all the opportunities they're created, and is there a way and room to improve and make better decisions? So I feel like I could do another 20 to 30% if my first touch was sharp, but what do you think will help me improve? Now, when I see this, and I'm gonna connect my screen in a second, but I'm just gonna make a note of this. So 73 goals in a season, and that's a phenomenal stat. And we don't want to take anything away from Khaleesi. However, I will be honest. There's one area that we wanna cover in this, and I say this with the utmost respect, but let me see if I can do a bit of a screen control, so just bear with me. And I'll just see if I can connect in here. And I should be able to get a connection. Okay, so 73 goals in a season, and I see this a lot in Australia. Now, you'll notice I've put up on here a red flag, and there's a reason why there's a red flag. Before we even look at Khaleesi's question on how to improve on 73 goals, I've spotted a major red flag, and this red flag appears in Australia a lot, but also in the USA and also in Canada, where we've got players on this program. So it's a big red flag in Australia, it's a red flag in the US, and it's a major red flag in Canada as well. Now, the reason why it's a red flag, that means that we know Khaleesi's level is very high, not only for a girl, but also for in her age group being a girl. Now, this is one of the big concerns that I've got for Khaleesi, but for any of our other male or female players. For me, in a season, if you're getting anything in the region of 15 plus goals in a season, this is a real worry. And it's a worry in the sense that, number one, she's not being challenged. And when I say she's not being challenged, I mean it on a physical side, on a technical side, and also on a tactical side. And we need to make sure we rein this in. So even though when we look at the players week, if we have a look at a players week, and let's do it as a player, and we say for this particular player, let's say Khaleesi, we would say that we've got roughly 85% of her week is training and only about 15% is a game day. Now, where she's getting all of the successes, okay, is on a game day. But this would also tell me that during training, we need to really look at this to see, is she getting this much success in training as well? So the reason why this is super, super important, and we look at this and we address it, is I want you to honestly, as a player, give me a rating. So if you look across your season, it doesn't matter whether you're based in Australia, the US, Canada, wherever you are in the world, even the UK, it might be Europe, wherever you guys are, because we've got players everywhere, I need you to really give me an honest rating. So on a game day and training, we'll just put TR for training, okay, out of 10, I want you to give me a score, 10 being it's an absolute physical, technical and tactical challenge, 10 being it's a struggle, 0 being it's too easy. I want you to give me a score. So I will give you my score, and I'm looking at Khaleesi's goals, and I'm going to guess that on a game day, Khaleesi's finding it sits between a 2 and a 3. Which means it's really, really easy. And I'm thinking on her training, it's between a 2 and a 3, which means it's really, really easy. So for me, that is a huge, huge red flag. 1 red flag for training and 1 red flag for game day. Now, if you want to know how to fix this and how to get rid of these red flags, what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge you guys. Once we get your one-to-one sessions booked in with me and you want to review them, I will cover this in your one-to-one. So I know I'm already doing one-to-one sessions with Charlotte. I'm doing one-to-one sessions with Matthew. I've got a lot of the players on here. This is more for those one-to-one sessions, quite simply because those one-to-one sessions are where we can spend the time and go through it. And I'm going to rip through how we can basically how we can get rid of these red flags. And this is what we want to do. We want to get rid of these red flags, and I can build that for you. So the likes of Matthew, Charlotte, Jacobs, everyone who's on there, Liam's who's on the private one-on-one sessions with me, I'll cover these red flags with you guys as well. But anyone who wants to attack these red flags, Khaleesi's of the world, Jake, anyone who wants to attack them, we'll do these within the one-to-one call. So guys, if you want to DM me, if you want to lock in just 1 meeting to cover them, if you want to lock in the 10-pack, let me know, and I'd love to help you going through these challenges, and I'll walk you through how we can get that done. So hopefully, Khaleesi, I know it doesn't answer all of your question, but I don't want to look at how we can improve you by another 20 to 30%. In a sense of, can we get you to 100 goals? We don't want that. What I want to do is, and I'm going to wipe this all clear, what I want to do is, I want to get Khaleesi to 10 to 20 goals a season. And if she gets to 10 to 20 goals a season, okay, that means that there's no red flags, And it means that on a training and on a game day, Khaleesi's probably at an 8 to 9 out of 10. And she's sitting at maybe a 7 to 8 out of 10 on a game day. And what I mean by that is that physical, technical, tactical, and social. So she's being challenged physically, technically, tactically, and socially. How do we get someone like Khaleesi to an 8 or 9 or a 7 and 8 on a game day or training? And how do we get her goals down? Now you might think, wait there, why would we want to get her from 78 goals to 10 goals a season? Well, if she's only scoring 10 goals, that means she's in an environment where it's an absolute struggle. What does struggle equal? I'll finish this off with this one. Struggle equals development. It's real simple. So if you want to find out how to get rid of those red flags, it's really simple. The best way to get rid of these red flags is to accelerate your development. And how do we accelerate your development? We get you on the private one-on-one calls. It's really simple. So players like who you've seen today, who you've seen on our success stories, you've seen Adam, who's just gone to Tranmere. You've met players like Matthew Wooden on here, who's going to the UK in September. You've already seen in the testimonials. If you want to be one of these guys, it all comes down to accelerating your development. Now, you might be in a position where you can only afford one call every 6 months. Well, so be it. Let's get one call going. Because that one call, we are going to absolutely boom your development and accelerate your development. So hopefully, you know, that was a great question. I love that one. A big thank you to Khaleesi for dropping it in. We are going to very quickly, again, we are going to go to a very, very quick break. We are going to do one more question within that chat. So if you bear with us, we will get to one more question in there. And I believe it's Shooty's question that we're going to cover off. And then we are going to then finish off with a little bit of Q&A. I'm conscious it's 7 o'clock, so we've got 30 minutes to go still to cover these topics. Drop your questions in YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already, because if you're not subscribed, you can't ask me a question and get an answer. Also, guys, I am going to be back in about 2 minutes, so get yourselves a drink, go and get a quick bite to eat, go to the bathroom if you need to, and I'll be back with you in 2 minutes.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost Grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch the goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time. In these, a featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those old clunky shin pads when you could be wearing these?
I used to struggle with shin guards sliding all game. These are a game changer. Put them on, you don't even notice them. They're comfortable, keep you going until finish.
It shows how fast you move on the pitch because it's stuck to the shin bone and does not slip and slide all around the shin.
No distractions, no readjusting, just focus on the match. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. What I like about these is you can wear them all day. Training, recovery, travel, they never lose shape. The material is soft and supportive. It's the perfect mix of comfort and performance.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming back. I'm seeing a lot of questions getting dropped in. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try and only spend 10 minutes on this next topic within school. And then I'm going to try and attack the questions in YouTube. But don't worry, we've got another live call on Thursday, we've got another one Saturday, and we've got podcast Sunday. So Christmas is gone now, there's no more days off. I don't think our next day off is until Christmas in 2026 on Christmas Day again. So we're going to go all the way through the year. We're currently doing 4 calls a week at the moment. I've had it cleared with the group and our partners who co-own part of the business. And it looks like we are going to kick off at some point in February. We're going to kick off the 5th live coaching call. So we're actually going to have a guest coach in with me as well once a week, which is going to be great. And it's going to be one of our coaches who works in England in one of the Category 1 academies at the Premier League. So you don't just have to look at my pretty face. We're going to have basically 2 rooms. You can join in with me and we're going to cover the topic, and it might be attacking. And then in the other room, it might be goalkeeping. And we'll have a goalkeeper coach on with us. So we're going to have a real split room. So for any of our goalkeepers out there, it's going to be super, super exciting to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back onto the screen control, and I'm just going to take us back onto here. So just bear with me. So hopefully you will be seeing my screen. I very quickly just want to take us back into school and pull up the question. So, Shooty sends us a question. He said, where is the best position to prevent a third man run, to prevent breaking the defensive line? So, we are talking about third man runs. And specifically, you'll notice that I asked them to clarify what position are you playing in this game, defender or holding mid? And he said defender, centre back. So where's the best positioning to prevent a third man run, to prevent breaking the defensive line? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you back to our screen here, and we're going to set up our goalkeeper. Okay, and the X's are going to be our Shooties team. So we'll imagine that we've got centre back, full back, and full back. Okay, so we're saying we've got like a nice tight back 4. Now, the best way, and this sounds really, really counterproductive, but the best way to stop third man runs, and I believe there's 2 ways. Number 1 is to play a high defensive line and what we call an 18-yard goalkeeper. So what we mean here is we want our goalkeeper ideally there. So when we've got the little D on the edge of the 18-yard box, we want our goalkeeper just on there. We want to create a space in here. And what we want to do is, if we're playing a high line and these players are playing nice and high, what it does is it forces opposition to play this type of ball high and long in behind the defence. Now, any balls that come in, you might say, well, if this is the opposing player, we might have a third man run from here, and the third man run might come from here. But if we've got this goalkeeper set up correctly here, this should never be a problem. This guy here should never, ever, ever be a problem. But this only happens if we've got a nice high line, okay? and we're creating this space in here. We're trying to encourage the opposition to put the third man run into these spaces, into this direction here. But by the time that ball's gone over, we should be able to meet and greet that player quite easily, pretty easily. There should be no issues why we can't meet that player at all. So I'll just take us all the way back. So once that ball is played in, we should be able to, it's got to be dropped in probably in this mid zone here for it to be successful. But if our goalkeeper can't cover that 5 metre space to then clear the ball out high and long, we have got a problem. So from a third man run point of view, the best way to defend it is ensuring that you're back four. But this is where it goes wrong. The question that everyone always asks though, is how do we do this and how do we get it? The only way you get good to stop third man runs in behind, because third man runs are a problem, because you might have a wide player who's coming down this side, another wide player coming down here, and it's normally like your false striker or your number 10 who makes these runs into these zones. But if you're not coached by your coach on this particular topic, and if you don't practice this at least once a week for 15 minutes, you're never ever going to know what you need to do to practice it. So from trying to eradicate it with playing a high defensive line, we need to think about these couple of things, okay? So, structure, and the structure is a back four, compact. So if you're a captain of your team, you can make sure this happens. A trigger. Now you're probably wondering, what's a trigger? The trigger's got to come from one of your centre backs, and what the trigger is, it's a communication to say step up. But when we say step up, what does step up mean? And where does step up mean? So if you practice this a couple of times in training with your squad, step up might mean, this is what step up is. So both fullbacks are literally behind the halfway line within a foot's distance. These guys might have a distance of 5 metres. And that's your setup, okay? Now, goalkeeper. We want to see the goalkeeper on the edge of the 18-yard box, outside the box. So all of a sudden, as we've just covered, it creates this pocket of space that we're trying to trick the opposition to play high balls in to here, okay? And the goalkeeper can easily sweep up this ball. So that's what we want you to really think about. Now, there's another way we can do it, and I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of doing it this way to stop the third man runs. But the second way we can stop, apologies, I'll just get this back on. The second way we can stop third man runs is man to man or player to player. So quite simply, if this is us as a team, we've got our goalkeeper, defender, fullback, opposition are in possession. Every single time the opposition are in possession, we need to make sure, if they're playing 3 strikers, so let's say this is their 9, this is their 7, this is their 11. This player has got to go and greet this player, and he's got to be in there. This player's got to greet this player, and he's got to be there, touch tight. This player has got to go there, and he's got to be touch tight. And you may find that you're lucky enough, because of the amounts of players who are over this side, You might have this player then who just shuffles this way and occupies this space just as a cover. But you've literally got to go man to man or player for player. For me, I don't like this because for me, if the opposition know this number 11 is faster than this player, then he's going to get into this space and causes havoc. If this number 7 is faster, he's going to get into these spaces and cause havoc. Or if the number 9 is a little bit technical and he can beat this player. So for me, I don't like man-to-man, trying to stop third man runs. I prefer to go semi-zonal, semi-man-to-man, and I like to mark spaces. I like my players, if we're looking at it this way, I'll clear this quickly. Let's say this is my goalkeeper, and let's say these are my centre backs. And if I know the number 9's there, I'm actually comfortable in this 10 metre of space between these players. Quite simply because I'm backing my centre backs. If any ball gets played in here, either my goalkeeper's going to get to it or my centre backs will recover in time to defend this space and this line. So for me, Shooty, it was a great question, but I would go for the very first option that we went to, and I would play a high defensive line. But what does that actually mean? It means your coach has got to coach you and your team how you play and set up for the high defensive line. Because I've seen it before, some coaches might want to play a high defensive line like this. They might want to play centre back, full back. That's fine. Now, I've seen it where goalkeepers stand there and they might want to shut that channel that way. But the one thing makes this work, okay, is by practice. And what does practice make? All right. Practice makes permanent, okay? Practice makes permanent. So whatever you practice and it becomes permanent. So be very, very careful. So hopefully, Shooty, it was a good one for you and you got a little bit from it. Again, this type of stuff, if you really want to go into detail on it and you want to really go through the nitty gritty and it's specific for your position, there's a quick way we can do this, guys, and we've spoke about it tonight. You can hop onto school, okay? You can get into the classroom. Once you're in the classroom, you can come down here. You can just get a one-off session with me and we can cover a lot in 1 hour. Or if you want to get 10, I'll actually give you 12 sessions and we can accelerate your learning. And there's no surprises, guys, when you come here. Charlotte, private one-on-ones with me, okay? Liam, private one-on-ones with me. Kai, private one-on-ones with me, okay? Maya, private one-on-ones. Jackson, private one-on-one sessions, all right? You're getting a little twist here. Jacob Burkhart now playing a Tranmere, private one-on-ones with me. Alicia, she's done sessions with me. Adam Aquilana, our latest one to Tranmere, again. So guys, if you want to, have a chat with your mums and dads, choose it as a birthday present, a late Christmas present, have a jump in and get a one-on-one locked in, or book in the 12 sessions, guys. I think at the moment with the 12 sessions, when we looked at it, it literally brings the cost of it down, and it's really good when you divide it into 12. It works out to $123 a session. Okay, so for $123 per session, you're going to get an hour, and trust me, it's never an hour. They always go for an hour and a half or an hour and 20. They always go over, but you will be hit with all sorts of additional stuff that you wouldn't normally get on these weekly calls. So hopefully that helps everyone. So thank you to Khaleesi. Thank you to Shooty for covering those questions. If I didn't get to your question today, they will carry over onto Thursday. Now we've still got about 10-15 to go, so I'm just going to have a quick squiz through. Let me have a little look at some of the questions that we've got coming in. Hi Ray, hope you're well. So hope everyone's well, guys. Big thank you. Magdalene Campbell, for a typical day of a trial, what will it look like? So that's a big question and requires a big answer on that one. What I will encourage you to do with that question, guys, I will get you to send it into school, into the community, and I'll cover it on Thursday, because I'd like to spend 20-25 minutes on that to actually give you from waking up all the way through to going to bed of a night. So you've got an idea whether you're going on trials in the future, or you're looking for trials at the end of next year or in 2027, or you're even thinking, I'm going to get the private calls locked in with Ray first, accelerate my developments, and then I'm going to see how quick I can get ready for trials. So that is a great question, but I would like to spend a lot of time on that one. So please drop it in, guys. I think it was the Campbell family. Drop it in for me, and I'll help you with it. Can't wait for to follow Adam's journey. So that was from Donna and the gang. Yeah, I'm super excited to watch Adam. We're going to be doing a little piece on Adam and a few of our players, including Charlotte at Liverpool. She's been at Liverpool for 2 seasons now. Liam's been at Bolton for 2 seasons. We're going to have more regular touch points for them. I'm going to do some little 20-minute recordings, and then I'm going to drop them in the school community. So you're going to get some absolute magical tidbits of information that they're doing in the UK at the top academies, at top clubs like Liverpool. And it'll work for you whether you're a boy or a girl, because it's all relevant to your game and getting better. Super excited. I've got a sneaky feeling Adam Aquilana, over the next couple of years, is going to surprise everyone. I've got big expectations of what that boy is going to do. This boy is a star in the making, and I cannot believe until he found us, he was struggling to get an opportunity, and now he's in the UK in an amazing opportunity with Danny and Matt Tramia. So excited for him. Quick one from Khaleesi. I've been playing up 2-year levels as much as possibly I can. All right, so if you've been playing up 2-year levels, is that with girls, Khaleesi? My advice would be if you can get in with the boys and level the playing field a little bit, or can you go up 3 or 4 years? Because for me, it's still too easy. But Khaleesi, I really would like to have a chat with mum or dad and see if we can get at least one private one-on-one coaching call going with you, because I think if we can get that time, I can really map out and plan and share what we've done for you to the community as well, to fast track you for your guaranteed success in when you go across in April, but also to really make sure we nail everything on point. So that's a really good one. Next one is, yeah, we correct some of those goals in Khaleesi for only local club and girls comp, which don't push me as much. We are limited with playing up. I've got a couple of top secrets that I can give on how you can get around that. And it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in Gympie, whether you live in California or you live in New York. I've got ways you can get around it. I can help you with it. Absolutely spot on. Now, I'm going to have a little look, but I don't believe we've got any more questions going in there. So, if no one has got nothing else, we've still got about 10 minutes to go. I'm just going to make sure we haven't missed anything off on there. So guys, we have got a couple of minutes to go. If you want to drop us a question in, I'm very quickly just going to give us a very quick 30-second break. Drop a question in. A big thank you to everyone who's inputted so far, and I'll be back with you in around about 30 seconds, guys, to finish off.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Goats grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there, but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling.
Everyone, we're back. So I've had a little question drop in, and I think what we might do is I might just pull out my little whiteboard quickly to answer this one. I like this question. So just bear with me while I just fire this up quickly, and I will jump back onto this screen. So let's see if I can get you across on here. Okay. Here we go. So, question that I've got in is, what are some effective runs I can make as a winger or as a wide player? I'm going to teach you two, what I would call EPL secrets. So, number one, H and W, high and wide, okay? What are some of the effective runs I can make as a winger? Now, one of the best ones I've seen, let's say you're playing out, we're attacking in this direction. So this is the direction we're attacking. And let's say we're playing in the 7 or 11, okay? We're in one of these positions. And let's say our team have just won possession and the goalkeeper's got the ball. Now, one of the cleverest and smartest runs I've seen players make is this run, if we're in possession, is making a run towards your own goal and in a direction towards your own goal, but sort of slightly arching your run a little bit as well, okay? Now what this forces the opposition to do is, this guy here normally will just come in here to try and mark you, and he'll move forward into that space. And then what we look to do is, looking over our shoulder this way and then looking this way, we then very quickly start to go here and we make this run to become high and wide. And what we want to be is, we want our vision to be looking out so we can see all aspects of the pitch, okay? Now by doing this, two things happen. This guy follows us, which is great, because if he follows us, we've actually taken him out of this space and we've now freed this space for what we call a third man run, which we just covered, okay? Now, if this particular guy does not come into this space, and if this guy stays pretty much where he is, then the beauty of this is, if this guy stays there, we are free to get the ball in here and then we can go and attack towards the goal. So that's one of my EPL secrets for high and wide, and it all starts from, and this is the trick, and I'll show you once more. The trick is, we start high and wide out here, then we make a run towards our goal to try to bring in the defender, and if he doesn't or she doesn't come in, then and they stay there, well, so be it. That means then we've got a chance to get on the ball and then have a drive at this and get in a 1v1 situation. But if this player, and really good teams and good defenders will come and meet you here, we then make this run around and then we're back in a high and wide position to then go and attack. And again, this player is going to be getting pulled from pillar to post, and I guarantee what it will cause is, it will cause this to happen. You will create this space in here for your teammates to attack. Okay, so it's going to be a really good thing. Now, the second thing that I like to see teams do is, this is our goalkeeper here, and we've just got the ball back there, and we've automatically, as a 7, we've actually gone up here, or an 11, really, really high and wide already. Now what this does is, it forces our opposition, if we label them as X's, they will come and meet and greet, and these defenders are going to be camped back within their own half. It will then force their holding midfielder to be a bit more defensive, and the two high midfielders to be in there a bit more. It's going to enable our players, centre-back, full-back, to get on the ball and then to try and affect the game however they can. So that is a real simple tactic. Now, I've seen this work before where players will go into this position. Now, remember, you're not offside until you've received the ball. So if they're going to try and play a really high line defensively and their goalkeeper's there, let them try it, because all you've got to do to go back onside is come in there, and once you get there, then you can arc your run and then make and time that run, and that's how you can get a run into all of this space here. So there's two ways there for you to have a look at high and wide positions. So hopefully that helps you a little bit, and it's a great question. But for me, I love the first one. I love starting out here, really on top of your fullbacks. So your fullbacks might be here, and your centre backs are here. Because what it does is it really invites the opposition in, which then creates a lot more space in here to attack into. And remember, it's this little inverted run towards your own goal, and then you break out to that position. So that was a great question. I love that one, and hopefully you got a little bit. Again, if you want to go into more detail on that, and you want a better explanation, you want to talk more specifically about your game, you want your game reviewed, remember guys, if you haven't done or you haven't had access to one, you can get your one-to-ones with me, and you can purchase a match analysis as well. And that's for everyone who's on the platform if you want to jump in and get one. If you're not sure how to do it, you can DM me, and I will be more than happy to share the link and guide you how you can get booked and get that sorted. So a big thank you for that one. Great question. Now, we are coming to the end. Xavier, how are you, mate? You're a little bit late in. That's all good, mate. It's recorded. In the next 2 to 3 hours, once it's all loaded in, I'll drop it onto the community later on tonight, and you can watch what you've missed. You've missed a cracker of a session, but don't worry, we will be back. So guys, remember, if your question didn't get answered today and you dropped it in the school community for tonight's call, we're going to cover a few more of them questions on Thursday. I did ask one of the other families who dropped a question to drop it in the community to me as well. I will add that one in, and that's all around the life and a day of having a trial and what does it look like. I'm going to cover that one off for you. And I think what I will do, I'm going to speak to one of our players who's currently in the UK to see if I can get one of our players to come and answer it for you. So what a better way to answer it than speaking to one of our players who's currently playing professional in the UK. So a big thank you, guys. We hope you have a great Christmas. New Year's Eve celebrations coming up tomorrow. I hope you all stay safe. And wherever you are in the world, enjoy New Year's Eve, and I will see you next year. And the next time we're going to be back is Thursday, the 1st of January 2026. Who would have thought it? So I hope he's having an amazing New Year's Eve. Stay safe, whatever he's up to, and I look forward to speaking to you all on the platform. Also, finally, to finish, a big welcome. We've had 3 or 4 new members join us this week. We're going to do some introductions, and we're going to challenge these players to start introducing themselves on the platform. Your name, your age, where you're from, who you play for, and what your dream is. Post it to the community, and then everyone can welcome you to the community. We all love each other on here. We're all here to support each other's journey, and the more of us we can push and lift up to the top, the better it's going to be. Guys, have a lovely night. I'm going to go and have some dinner, and I will be back I'll be back in 2026. I'll see you all next year.
You don't bunch up, you don't get sweaty. Simple as that.
One of the things I noticed about my Goats Grip socks is the grip runs across the whole panel, so there's no bunching or sliding in your boots.
These grip pads will help you not slip when you're going in for a tackle.
My old socks will get sweaty halfway through the game. Not with Ghost Grips, they stay cool and dry from start to finish.
These guards are so lightweight, you forget they're even there. but they still give solid protection. It's like full freedom to play a game without that clunky feeling. I used to wear bulky guards that slip down every game. These stay in place the whole time.
These shin pads are stretchy, durable, definitely not be ripping anytime soon.
Switch to goat sleeves now. They don't slip, they don't slide. Nice and snug, nice and tight.
It's crazy how light these things are. I've worn a lot of old school pads in my time. In these, are featherweight and super comfortable.
Legend begins where heroes end.
Why are you still wearing those